Imagine holding a piece of history in your hand, something small yet powerful enough to carry decades of stories within its surface. A 50 rupees coin from 1978 is not just an ordinary object. It is a silent witness to a time that has long passed, a relic from an era when craftsmanship and purpose were blended into everyday currency. Back then, coins were more than just a means of exchange. They represented identity, pride, and a connection to the people who used them every day. This particular coin stands as a reminder of that era, carrying with it the marks of time, the subtle wear that proves it has lived a life far beyond what modern currency ever experiences. If you look closely at such a coin, you begin to notice details that most people would ignore. The engraving is not just a design, it is a carefully crafted piece of art. The lettering, the symbols, the balance of space and texture, all of it reflects a level of attention that feels almost forgotten today. Each line was placed with intention, each curve shaped with precision. Over the years, as coins passed through countless hands, these details softened slightly, giving each surviving piece its own unique personality. No two coins are exactly the same anymore, even if they started that way. What makes a 1978 coin especially fascinating is the story behind its survival. Think about how many coins were produced during that time and how many have simply vanished. Lost, melted, forgotten, or damaged beyond recognition. The ones that remain today are not just rare by chance, they are rare because they endured. They traveled through markets, shops, pockets, and homes. They were part of everyday life, yet somehow managed to escape the fate that most others met. That journey alone adds a layer of value that cannot be measured in simple terms. Collectors understand this in a way that casual observers often do not. For them, the value of such a coin is not just about numbers or dates. It is about the connection it creates. Owning a coin like this feels like holding a piece of time itself. It sparks curiosity. Where has it been? Who held it before? What moments did it quietly witness without anyone ever noticing? These questions turn a simple object into something far more meaningful. There is also a sense of exclusivity that comes with owning a coin like this. In a world where most things are mass-produced and easily replaced, rarity stands out. It creates desire. It creates competition. When collectors come across a piece that is not easily found, they recognize its importance immediately. They know that opportunities like this do not appear often, and when they do, they must be taken seriously. That is what drives demand and pushes value higher over time. Another important aspect is the condition of the coin. Even slight differences in wear can dramatically change how it is perceived. A coin that has been preserved well, with clear details still visible, holds a different kind of appeal compared to one that has been heavily worn down. However, even worn coins have their own charm. They tell a more visible story of use, of movement, of being part of daily life in a way that untouched coins cannot. Both types have their place in the world of collecting, and both can hold significant value depending on the right audience. As time continues to move forward, the gap between the past and the present only grows wider. Objects like this coin become bridges between those two worlds. They allow people to physically connect with a time they never experienced. This connection is powerful. It is the reason why people are willing to search, wait, and sometimes compete intensely just to add a single piece to their collection. It is not just about ownership. It is about preserving something that would otherwise be forgotten. There is also an emotional aspect that cannot be ignored. For some, coins like this may remind them of stories they heard from older generations. For others, it may represent a fascination with history or a passion for collecting that started at a young age. Whatever the reason, that emotional connection adds another layer of value that goes beyond any market price. It turns the coin into something personal, something meaningful on a deeper level. In today's fast-paced world, where digital transactions have largely replaced physical money, coins like this feel even more special. They belong to a different time, a slower time, when transactions were tangible and every exchange involved something you could hold and feel. That physical connection is something many people miss, even if they do not realize it. Holding a coin from 1978 brings that feeling back, even if only for a moment. The rarity of such coins continues to increase as years pass. With each passing decade, fewer pieces remain in circulation or in collectible condition. This natural decline in availability plays a major role in increasing their appeal. Collectors know that what may be difficult to find today could become nearly impossible to find in the future. That understanding creates urgency, a sense that waiting too long could mean missing out entirely. It is also worth considering how global interest in coin collecting has grown over the years. What was once a niche hobby has become a widely recognized field, with collectors from different countries seeking unique pieces from various parts of the world. This increased interest has brought more attention to coins like the 1978 issue, further elevating their status and desirability. When more people are searching for the same limited number of items, the result is inevitable: higher demand and greater perceived value. Every coin carries a silent narrative, but some speak louder than others. A coin from 1978 stands out because it represents a specific moment in time, a snapshot of history that cannot be recreated. Modern coins may be more polished or more consistent in design, but they lack the depth that comes from decades of existence. They have not yet lived the kind of life that gives older coins their character. For those who truly appreciate history, artistry, and rarity, a coin like this is more than just a collectible. It is a symbol of endurance. It is proof that even the smallest objects can carry immense significance if given enough time. It challenges the idea that value must always be obvious or immediate. Sometimes, the most valuable things are those that quietly wait to be discovered. As you consider the significance of such a coin, think about what it represents beyond its physical form. Think about the years it has survived, the changes it has witnessed, and the countless hands it has passed through. Think about how few of these coins still exist today and how even fewer are recognized for what they truly are. That realization alone is enough to understand why collectors place such importance on pieces like this. Owning a coin like this is not just about possession. It is about appreciation. It is about recognizing the hidden value in something that others might overlook. It is about understanding that history is not only found in books or museums but also in the small, everyday objects that people often ignore. When you hold such a coin, you are not just holding metal, you are holding a story that has been unfolding for decades. This is the kind of item that does not simply sit in a collection unnoticed. It becomes a focal point, a conversation starter, a piece that draws attention and invites curiosity. People will want to know more about it, to hear its story, to understand why it matters. And in that moment, the coin fulfills its true purpose, not just as a collectible, but as a connection between people and the past. In the end, what makes this 1978 coin truly special is not just its rarity or its design, but the way it brings together history, emotion, and value into a single object. It is a reminder that even the simplest things can become extraordinary over time if they are preserved and appreciated. It stands as a testament to the idea that value is not always created instantly. Sometimes, it is built slowly, year after year, until it becomes something remarkable.
$880 000.